creation. And I always say conservative men like women for lust or labor. Sometimes both. Traditional gender roles reflect cultural norms, enforcing the idea that women are nothing without children. If you do a simple Google search on YouTube, what do conservative Christians believe women are created to do? Motherhood and being a wife. There's a focus on the nuclear heterosexual family. Churches see that strong families are the foundation of a thriving church and community. Of course they are. Because if you don't have the next generation being born into the church would die. That's why churches primarily focus and give the most attention to family and married people. Because if they start having babies, in 20 years, they'll have members that can tithe. Churches love shaming women who are not married. This goes all the way into the secular culture, the social pressure, the historical and cultural emphasis on marriage and family can create social pressures within communities which look down on single women where they're judged or overlooked. Many people misinterpret the Bible and say that singlehood is a second-class state. Some Christians believe that Paul discusses singlehood and marriage as legitimate paths. Churches may unintentionally exclude single women by constructing ministries or activities that primarily surround married couples or families. When churches say that children are a gift from God, it really does hurt people who don't want kids or they have different plans. Even in the Bible and modern time, there's a shame for infertility. Barrenness was considered a curse. If you're not married, there's a shame of becoming a mother outside of marriage. The church mistreats single people. They ignore the vision of singleness. They alienate a significant population of believers due to their single status. The patriarchal hierarchy fears single women. Some people, like Mark Driscoll, shames women and uses them as a scapegoat for everything wrong in the world. The irony that everyone's equal in church isn't true. How do churches treat singles? Not well. Lack of classes being available. Lack of senior positions of authority and leadership where women and men can't get into it. The church treats single mothers, whether married or not, as tainted. Church values marriage over everything, over people's comfort, passion, desire, or the lack of it. Marriage is an idol. And if they could, they'd probably bow down before it, and they do. People spend billions of dollars a year on marriage or marital parties, weddings. There's more than half divorce rate. The odds of getting divorced are more than 50%. We need to stop idolizing something that fails half the time. Marriage doesn't benefit women, it benefits men. Society does little to protect women, and marriage only socially boosts women's authority. Church is a difficult place for single people. They may often feel unseen, unappreciated, or marginalized. Married Christians seldomly befriend singles. They're called complainers when they explain the dating world frustrations. They aren't allowed to contribute to the church. They get infantilized and treated as like they are children. Some believe they have no anxiety. Their time is completely open. They have no responsibilities, which is complete and utter crap. Many have stories in the church of how they were excluded. And the church changes how they treat people when they see that someone is in a relationship. So why do churches cultivate the false doctrine of good folks, which are married people, and bad folks, which are single people?